What's good, future millionaires? We back with another banger, man. We got another meme coin search live. So once y'all come in the stream, make sure y'all hit that like button. Also subscribe if you're new to the channel. Trying to, help us all discover some of the next 100X to 1000X gems. Right now, the hot coin is buyout. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but it's B-I-A-O. Oh, we get feedback. Let me see where we at. Okay, there we go. So we got buyout coin in the scope right now. I did drop a video on this yesterday, so hopefully y'all were able to check out that video and able to grab some of this coin. So let me share my screen. Okay, so here you can see right now it just broke all-time highs. It looks like it wants to try to start pulling back right now. Obviously some people taking profit because it just broke into all-time high. People buy low, sell high. That's the name of the game. So I want y'all to put this one on your radar. It is ticker BIAO. I'm gonna drop the contract address in the chat. Now, this is not financial advice. Obviously not telling you to go buy this one. I'm just telling you to do your due diligence on it. So that way, just in case it continues to run, because right now it is at a $24 million market cap. But if it does hit $100 million market cap with this amount of momentum that we're seeing, that's at least a 4X from where we are right now. But, I did drop this one yesterday and give y'all an earlier entry if you did catch it. So buyout, just dropped the ticker contract address. And this one is on Ethereum. So we got the ETH one, and then also I'm gonna drop another one for y'all that's on the BNB side. Now I know a lot of people in the audience, that rock with me, they're not too fond of the ETH gas fees. So just in case, you want to avoid those gas fees, I'm gonna show y'all another one on the BNB side that you can check out as well. Now you got to know this is not financial advice, just putting y'all up on these plays. So here's the contract address. It does look like they have a Twitter now. First they didn't have one. Let me open that up. So yesterday, when I first checked this one out, there wasn't a Twitter, but I'm gonna drop the Twitter handle in here for y'all too, just so you can make sure you're grabbing the correct one. Now, this is a part of that research, that has to be done, to find that next 100X, 1000X gem. If you wait until some of these coins are listed on Robinhood, Webull, Coinbase, some of these top tier 1 exchanges, by then it's generally too late. Now, of course, it can still go up from there, but you would like to discover some of these coins before it even gets to that point. So I'm dropping it in the chat right now. Remember, this is not financial advice. You got to do your own due diligence. Shout out to drop a comment if you in the chat rocking with me. Shout out to Joe Thompson. Salute, bro. Appreciate you pulling up on this. Check out this buyout. Have you heard of this one before right now? Or is this the first time you heard of it? Let me know in the chat. And then we got another one right here. So this one is the Ethereum version. Now we're switching over to the BNB version for those that want to avoid those gas fees. This one came out a little later than that one once they seen the success of the first one. Now you got to remember, these are meme coins. They're highly volatile, highly risky. You can jump in one of these projects and, you can start to see some gains, for the first, hour, 2 hours, maybe in the first 20 minutes. And then some of these projects can really cool. That's why you want to do your due diligence and make sure you take the contract address and run it through sites like Token Sniffer. So that way you can, see what they scored. Also, you want to take a look at this DEX score as well. The DEX score will let you know how trusted does DEX tools feel about the project. So obviously sometimes DEX tools isn't all the way accurate. Sometimes a project can be so brand new that they haven't updated to the point where they can give it, a better looking score. So you got to keep that in mind as well. But that's why you want to try to find a Telegram. You want to search the ticker through Twitter. Also see what people are saying about the coin, and reach out, find a Telegram, ask people what they like about it. Also, you want to check the Etherscan as well. Right now we're on the BNB version, but when you're on Ethereum tokens, you want to check the Etherscan. So that way you can check the amount of holders. You can see, who deployed it. You can look into some of the top wallets and, just kind of see, are these whales, are these people that are experienced, that were in other coins that were successful early. These are things you want to take note of when you're, doing this due diligence. So right now we're looking at the BNB version of buyout coin. I'm not sure exactly how it's called, but I had to put this one on y'all desk. It's up 1,000% today, and this is the BNB version. So there's low gas fees on this one. You can grab this one for pennies on the gas. Also, we got the the Ethereum version here as well. Check this out, y'all. The Ethereum version is up 12,000. Well, and it was up 12,500%. Right now, it's kind of messed up. It's showing 7,666%. Shout out to Essence pulling up on us. Appreciate you. Make sure y'all hit that like button as soon as y'all pull up. We're in search of that next 100X to 1000X gem. Right now, buyout coin is looking like the one. It's hot number 2 trending on Dex Tools, and they have a version on Ethereum and BNB. So, it's a benefit for, whichever holders, even if you want to grab some on the east side and on the BNB side. Now, it is pumping, so you got to take that risk into account that, it's already shooting up. So it might retrace later on. Sometimes you really don't want to chase the candles as well. But if you're okay with putting in a little amount at this point, then, that should be fine. But only an amount that, if it pulls back, you will be okay with either buying the dip or just still holding through that dip, or just wait for the pullback. Because you see right now it's on an impulse. You look at the chart, it goes impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. So eventually we got a correction, coming sometime soon. It could continue to pump for a while, but eventually there will be a correction. So keep that in mind as well. I want y'all to just go FOMO crazy into one of these projects and end up losing more than you should have. So understand that these are very risky projects, that it's not guaranteed this project will be here tomorrow. So you got to keep that in mind. But that's the benefit, of these meme coins. They're high risk, high reward. You can invest in more safer assets like, of course, Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, but, those ones are going to likely grow slower, and the market caps are already so high, it's hard for those coins to double. So like let's take a look at Bitcoin's market cap. So in order for Bitcoin to double, right now, Bitcoin at 28,000, looking good for the day. Overall crypto market cap at 1.17 trillion, up 3.8%. But in order for Bitcoin to double, so from 28,000 to 56,000, basically, it would have to be over a 1-point-something trillion dollar market cap. So, that's it's done it before, but it's going to be hard for it to do that right now in this current market condition. You got to remember, we're in the bear market right now. So it's easier to, now, obviously, we still got our traditional blue chips like Bitcoin and Ethereum, but, we're not looking for those ones for the short term to give us a decent amount of gains. Those are just ones you got to just continue to hold on to. But let's take a look again at Dex Tools. Projects like this, Bitcoin being already over sitting at $549 million market cap. In order for a project like this, in order for Bitcoin to double, it would obviously have to be over that $1 trillion level. In order for this project to double, it would only have to go to, this is the BNB version of BIAO. It's at a $618,000 market cap. So that would put it at a little over $1.2 million market cap to double from here, which is easy to do in these current market conditions. That's why we do pay attention to these projects like this. Now, obviously, we're not putting as much as we would in more safer projects that we got more confidence in, because we know that these ones can get rug pulled. But that's why you want to do your due diligence, check the contracts, be sure that, you want to look through the transactions, check out some of the wallets to make sure, these are not just the team members trying to pump up the transactions as well. Because sometimes you can see some of the teams will start off with a decent amount of liquidity. You'll see them start off with $250,000, 500,000 in liquidity, but the project is a scam anyway. So they're basically, just attracting people in with a high liquidity. So keep that in mind as well. Don't just get discouraged because you see low liquidity. Sometimes, the project is just that brand new. We're going to also check out a few projects that are dropping live while we are on the stream as well. And just, add them to our watch list. And that way we can keep an eye on them and see, do we recognize any trends or, anything that would make us want to potentially jump into the project. So also another one I'm checking out right now is RFT. This is on the BNB side right now. It does look like it's pulling back, but it was up 200%. This is one that I was going to drop a video on it yesterday, but I did the BIAO one instead. But so this one, you could possibly wait until, you start to see it find support. If you're interested in it, make sure you go check out the Twitter. It does have all that. We dropped the contract on this one. Let me know in the comment section. Drop if you got a low cap gem you want me to check out on the stream. Drop it. So this one is, and remember, this is not financial advice. These coins are highly risky. You just never know, though. Little could go a long way if you get in early enough with a legitimate project. Think about it. Shiba Inu started off just like these projects right here. So for some people that don't like meme coins, you got to remember Shiba Inu, Doge, those are meme coins. They started off in this exact manner, eventually having to pass $1 million market cap, $10 million market cap, 20 million to 100 million to where it is sitting at today, over a $5 billion market cap. And I said Bitcoin at a $500 million market cap. I meant 500 billion. But you just want to be early. The earlier the better, because now the earlier the riskier, but the earlier the better, because you get to accumulate more of the coins at a cheaper price. So think about it. If you wait until, let's say you're more confident after you see the project cross $1 million market cap, then now in order to see a 10x from there, you have to wait till that project goes from $1 million market cap to $10 million market cap. So you want to keep that in mind as well, versus if you got in at $100,000 market cap, 10x from there is that $1 million market cap, like where we see this project sitting right here. So the people that got in at 100K market cap basically are around 10x from where we're sitting right now. So that's why the earlier the better. So drop some of those plays that y'all are checking out in the comment section if you got something you want me to see. Let's see. Ergo, a low cap gem. Is that on the Ethereum or BNB side? Let's see. That's one I haven't heard of. Drop those low cap gems if y'all got something y'all want to pull up on the stream. If you think it's the next one, let us know. The same way I'm trying to share projects with y'all, I want y'all to share projects with me. So make sure y'all let me know if it's something that y'all think has potential and it's very early on the project. Preferably, we ain't discriminating, but preferably something kind of fresh, so we could take advantage of that potential run. So Ergo, I don't see that Ergo. Oh, ERG. Okay, let's see. When was the Ergo created? And is that Ethereum or BNB? T Bark said, would love for you to check out Erg. Definitely trying to check it out. I'm gonna pull it up on Twitter and see if we can find something. What's the name of it? The full name. BNB Lion and BNB Tiger. BNB Tiger is one that's on my watch list right now. Let's go pull that one up. I actually want to pull up BNB Lion because I didn't see that one. Check out that one. How long ago was BNB Lion created? Because they always got 10 different versions of it. This one has the highest liquidity, 82K in liquidity, 25,000 in volume in the last 24 hours, but it was created a month ago. Has the highest DEX tool score, and it's on the BNB side. So we're going to assume this is the project that you're talking about. Let me know in the comments if this is the wrong one, though. Right now, the price is at 18,029. Sheesh. If this project does hit, though, you can get a lot of coins for, a little bit of money. So right now, liquidity, 82K, 24-hour volume, 24,000. Not too high for it to be a month old. I like to kind of capitalize off that initial run up, that early excitement, that early hype, because that's what it is with meme coins. We got to be honest about it. Most of them fall flat. 9 times out of 10, most likely you're going to find a coin that doesn't survive longer than, well, I don't know the exact time frame, but we can sometimes say some coins last 1 day, some last 2 weeks, some last a month, some last 2 months, some last 6 months and fall flat. Some can last a year and fall flat. So you want to keep that in mind. But we're trying to get in as early as possible, so that way if the coin does decide to run up, we can take profits before it has to go to an extra high market cap and ends up falling flat. So that's just how the game of meme coins is. You got to do your due diligence, find which project you feel suits you. What do you like about it? Some people just ape into these projects. If it looks good, they just jump straight in, look at the chart, maybe, making higher lows, or, is finding decent support. has a decent amount of holders. Some people will just jump right in off of that and just, wish for the best. I like to, do a little bit more research, actually look into the contract and things, look at the amount of holders. Like we can see with this project, BNB Lion, they say 2,000 to basically a little over 2,000 holders. So it's down 5% at the moment. I'm not sure. I think this is the right one. Let's see. Essence says, what do you think about Bobo? We could pull Bobo up too. I really had some decent hopes for Bobo. It's not looking as good as it was in the beginning, but I had high hopes for it. Let me grab the right one. Let me make sure I grab the right one. Always double check the contracts, double check, do your due diligence to make sure you don't accidentally grab the wrong coin. Because, if you grab the wrong contract or just click on the wrong one, that's it. You just bought into something that was, kind of possibly worthless, or you're just not getting exactly what you thought you were getting. Okay, so we're grabbing a contract address. It's on my watch list, but I got so many coins on the watch list right now because so many coins been, popping up where you can see, over, last night, if y'all are a part of my, private communities, y'all had the opportunity to catch a few, like 4 or 5 X's just last night. So obviously that's not 100X, it's not 1000X, but to be able to see a 4, even a 3X on your money in the first day, in the first few hours, that can be pretty cool for some people. So, obviously we want the biggest, gains possible, but in this season, in these market conditions, you got to take what you can get. Right now, we're not seeing, Pepe went crazy. A few of these other projects like Bio going crazy right now, but we're not seeing, just a ton of projects. It's a select few that we're seeing really break out and, go to 100X. It's not just left and right, each project, popping off right now like we're in the bull season. When we're in when bull market is here, then we can see, 100X here, 50X here, 80X here. It's more common to happen. But in these conditions, you want to take what the market will allow you. If you're sitting here waiting for a 100X on a coin that's not going to ever 100X, then you basically just invested for no reason. So you want to, always, what I like to do is try to secure that principal investment. If it's very early in this running, of course, you can let it run. And you also want to look at the chart, look at the technicals, so that way you can determine where to start taking profit off at. So if you were in Bobo here and you started to see this massive run, you start to see it break out into these levels, you start to see these wicks forming, that people who understand technical analysis understand that this means people are selling off in this area. With this much selling pressure, especially looking at this candle right here, that tells you that the price is headed down. So it's likely to head down. It doesn't 100% mean that, but most people that understand technical analysis know that this area is the top. And once you already bought in low and you waiting past the top part, now you're giving everybody the chance to sell on you, and your bag is getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller as you're basically praying that it goes higher. Now, granted, in this case, Bobo did go higher again than this point here, but this is why you want to start learning how to secure some profits, because now, let's say from here to here, let's take a look at that. Just roughly from here to here, we don't even have to go all the way to the top of the candles. Just from the measuring from this point, from the resistance point here to the real body resistance point up here, that's 261%. Obviously that's not 100X, but imagine if you put in whatever you put in being doubled in a short period of time. That's worth it. You take the principal out, secure your principal investment, and you let the rest ride. And then think about, and if you do it at the right time, if you learn how to understand technical analysis, you can sell your position, or secure your original investment. And I also like to say, I like to take a cherry off the top with me. That way I'm pulling some ETH out with me, if it's, or BNB, whichever side it's on. So I like to secure my principal investment, also take a cherry off the top with me. So that way that was a winning trade no matter what happens. Now, if I'm recognizing that the selling pressure is high and it broke out into an all-time high, and I can start to see it's tapering off now. Now I can, if I'm bullish on a project, if I really liked what happened with it, if I'm, liking the community, I think it has more potential, I can wait for this pullback to happen right here. Because remember, I told y'all it always goes impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse, correction. So I'm waiting for, after we see that run up, that massive green few candles come, we know an impulse is somewhere in the cards for us. We don't know exactly where it's going to take place, but we know once it starts forming, it's likely to continue, especially if the body of the candles, the real body of the candles, that means the thickness of the candles. When you see them skinny, that's not the candles I'm talking about. I'm talking about when you see a candle like this. Look at how this candle next to it is skinny, but this candle has a lot of body to it. When you start seeing candles like that forming up, it lets you know that there's a lot of confidence in the selling pressure. There's a lot of fear right there. So people are going to push it down. And then if you understand technical analysis, once you start to recognize areas like this, if you see here, like this previous resistance point, you notice this previous resistance point. So notice we seen right here, we seen our previous resistance point from here to here was about a 250% gain. You take your principal invest, and it's not financial advice, not telling you how to do it. You can do whatever strategy works best for you. Some people prefer to put in a little bit and just let it continue to ride and don't touch it. That could be your strategy. That's fine. But you have to understand, like in these conditions, meme coin season is cutthroat. The project can be here today and gone tomorrow. So if you got the opportunity, to get some of those, to secure your principal and get some profit on top, you should. Now, if you know what you're doing and you're understanding that, no, I don't want to take profit here because I'm in it for the long run or just, a further period of time, then that's fine. But understand what you have, understand the risk you're taking, that it might pull back and never return to that level. Now, granted, Bobo did, but so now if you're watching the support level, now you're seeing the previous resistance point before it broke out at this level, it retraced all the way back to support at the previous resistance. We know previous resistance become new support. You also see a doji candle forming in here. When those doji candles form like that, that lets you know that a trend reversal is likely to occur sometime in the future. Doesn't mean guaranteed, but just sometimes it means start watching out for that reversal. So now after these two doji candles we see here, we get this green candle that comes in with a lot of confidence. See the size of this confidence is almost double some of these candles next to it. That means the market was sure that it wanted to move in that direction. Now, yes, it did retrace right off of there. It pulled back right there from the people who were down right here. Once they seen this pump up right here, some of these people jumped out, but it pulled back again. And smart money usually likes to protect this investment. So when you see this much confidence come in, some smart money was here, and smart money will step in again to continue to push it even further. And then once that happens, the rest of retail investors recognize that the trend has changed, and then we see something like this take place. But right now, let's just go to what we're seeing at the end. It's looking like Bobo just doesn't have the volume that it used to have. The volume, take a look at the volume that we were seeing over in this area versus looking over here. Now, of course, this project could regenerate. It could pump back up. Sometimes we see these projects, go flat for a month. We just seen, what project was that? I think Dog 1. We could pull up Dog 1. Let's see. Let's jump over Dog 1. Now, I'm usually, I don't like to tell people to jump around or bounce from project to project. That's why I say put in what you're willing to risk. So that way you can be confident with leaving that amount in there. But if it does go up, you want to, secure some of, your investment. Shout out to Crypto Hound for the $20 super chat, man. Appreciate that. Salute. He said, DeMarco bullish. Appreciate you pulling up, bro, and dropping the super chat on us. That's love, bro. So let's see what else. I want to show you an example here. So let's go to the day chart on Dog 1. This is an example of why not all meme coins just, die just because they don't pop off right away. So let's take a look at this project here. This is Dog 1. We can see, and this is not financial advice. Remember, this is entertainment, educational purposes only. So 3, 4, 5, 6 days, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 days, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 days, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. And on the 30th day, it started to break out and go absolutely parabolic. So this is why you can't just count some of these projects out, because this project launched and look, it appears that it went flat, like it didn't do anything, or like it, wasn't going to pan out. But we can see it ended up Sheesh. And look at the wick on this one. The wick also can kind of give you an indication of how of which direction the chart wants to move. If the wick is really like, you know, extremely through the roof like that, sometimes that can mean the you know, even though it pulls back from that point, but that's so much pressure that it'll eventually have to, you know, start moving up in that direction. But let's see. So right here we can see and this is dog one, that this one went up about 9,137% after being flat for 1 month. This is why you can't just count these projects out. Something happened. I don't know what happened with this one that made it just pump out of nowhere like that, but I did track some of the top wallets in here, and you can see some of the top whale investors. So that could be, you know, a theory. You know, if you've seen the video I did a few days ago on one of the meme coin investors that made $1 million in 30 days. So we were tracking that wallet, and this was one of the projects that he invested in, and magically he ended up investing in it on the day that it actually exploded. So it could have been other people tracking his wallet as well and just bullish on anything that he's jumping into, you know, and jumping in early with somebody who's you know, pulling in $1 million in 30 days trading meme coins, you know. So it's money there. You just got to understand that risk to reward, and, you know, also do your due diligence, which is a part of it is checking the contract, seeing who else is invested in it, you know, and also not risking more than you're willing to lose. So that's dog one. Which project we got here y'all want me to check out? So Bobo, I'm still, so that's what we were talking about with Bobo. It's like, you know, I'm bullish on the project because of how much support it, you know, it gained in the beginning. I'm not just I still hold Bobo, but I'm not you know, we're not sure if it will pick up that community support again, if it will rally again like that. But, you know, that's why it's good to, when we're in these times, take some profit, secure that principal investment. So now when we're in these times, it's all house money. That's what you want to keep in mind. So now when I'm sitting in Bobo, I'm fine on, you know, whatever it decides to do right now, you know, because that's the way that's the strategy we go with. We go with securing that principal investment and then taking a cherry off the top to make sure that you did profit something off of that trade. And then if the rest continues to explode, then cool. And if, let's say, you know, the rest explodes, or let's say it pulls back and it retraces, but you like what happened, you could buy the dip now. Now you get more at a cheaper price, and you could just rinse, wash, and repeat that process again, especially if it's, you know, it's supported along key technical areas where you like, okay, the market is showing that, like, especially right here, look at Bobo finding a lot of support right here. If we look back in this area, we also see, you know, it did dip a little bit below this area. So that does worry me a little bit because it did violate it technically. Sometimes you can give it a little room to breathe. If it's just a little bit, it could be a false breakout to the downside, but we got a few candles forming underneath it. So, and it did try to come up and retest this area and reject. So to me, it could be working its way down a little further unless something happens where some smart money steps in and reverses the trend. So, or some new utility or something that, you know, is really bullish that the community likes, and then people want to put even more money in to attract new investors to continue the momentum. So that's what I think about Bobo right now. Let me know what you think about it. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Salute. Drop a like on the stream. Also, let me know any gems that y'all might be checking out. So BNB Lion contract, we'll check that out real quick. Oh, they won't even let me copy it out the matter of fact, I could just find it like this. See, that's the problem too. When a coin is, you know, showing some signs of success, what happens is a lot of copycats or, you know, cricket developers, they create contracts mimicking those coins and try to take advantage of new investors that don't understand, you know, how to properly look for the correct coin. So let's see. Okay, so we got the right one here. Now this one, I'm liking the way the chart is looking right now. That's the first thing I'm taking a look at, seeing like, is it holding along? Does it look like it's, having breakouts and corrections? Is it having that impulse correction? Impulse correction. Usually we want to see it kind of staircase. Right here, it did see some resistance where it didn't break out of that point right there. So we note that. We note that it's seeing heavy resistance right there in that area. It did try to do a false breakout to the upside, but eventually was sold off. And now we see the Bollinger Band starting to form. The Bollinger Bands let you know a few things. Is the price high or low? As you buy close to the lower Bollinger Band, it's meaning you're getting a better price for it. As you buy closer to the upper Bollinger Band, that means you're kind of paying an expensive price. So usually we like to wait for the price to pull back to a support level along one of these projects. Now, if it's brand new, hot off the press, then obviously the Bollinger Bands haven't even formed yet. So, we won't get this. And we're on a day chart with this one. So this one has been around for a few, at least a month, it looks like. But so you also want to pay attention to the time frame that you're on. Right now we're on the day chart. So this one has been around long enough for us to be able to see Bollinger Bands on a day chart. If some projects are too brand new, you might have to look at the Bollinger Bands on the 4 hour, on a 1 hour, 15 minute. It depends. You just got to do your due diligence. But shout out to PD coming through with the super chat. Appreciate you, bro. He said, broski, look at Apes Go Bananas. Hey, that's one that's on my watch list right now. Stay tuned. We was about to get to that one next. Not just next, but that was on the roster. So shout out to bro for the super chat. Shout out to Stevie Crypto folding up the stream, man. Shout out to my Vote Army. We got some big things coming this week with Voteinu. Don't forget, Vatoshi told us is going to be a voted week. So some new achievements, he says, is going to be, updated. So I'm bullish, looking forward to, I'm not sure if it's going to be a new utility, new partnership, whatever it is, but Vatoshi always is aligning us in the right direction. Think about it. Right now, China just approved legislation for legalizing crypto after they banned it in 2021. Vatoshi already put Voteinu in partnerships with a lot of important people in the Chinese crypto community. So now we're able to even leverage these relationships even bigger, because now they just got the green light to go further into the crypto community. So it's a win-win for everybody. Solid development. You want to look for projects with utility as well. That's another thing. Meme coins, yes, they're fun, yes, they're quick plays, but then we get some of those gems that come along like Voteinu that actually build over the long term. So put Voteinu on your watch list if you already have it. Also, if you already in the Vote Army, stay tuned for what's coming up this week. So also we see this pullback to the mid Bollinger Band. We see it forming a hammer candle. That hammer candle tells us, especially along a key support level right there. Notice how this, so the Bollinger Band has 3 lines: the upper Bollinger Band, the middle Bollinger Band, the lower Bollinger Band. Each one can be looked at as a resistance or a support. Usually this upper Bollinger Band is looked at as a resistance point. The price usually has trouble breaking above that point. Notice how as the price started to get up into this range, it started to sell off as it aligned with where the upper Bollinger Band is. That is because people know that are using the technicals, people that understand chart analysis, they know that that's likely where people are going to start to take profits. So the smart investors start to sell at that point. They take some profits, take their principal out, or however they decide to do it. I don't know everybody's profit taking strategies. Everybody has different ones, or some people could just watch it. They could watch it, wait for the pullback, and load up and buy more if they want to get a bigger bag of that one. It all depends on your strategy. But this hammer candle right here at the bottom of a downtrend, right along this middle Bollinger Band, which now is used as a support level, because as the price trades down towards the middle Bollinger Band, we know that's a support. As the price trades up towards the upper Bollinger Band, we know that's a resistance point. So right now, hammer candle on top of the support middle Bollinger Band, that this hammer candle already signifies that we're hammering out a bottom. That's what they usually say. So when we see this hammer candle come in a downtrend, it says, okay, we're around that area where we're hammering out that bottom price. Why is this candle forming like this? Because as you see, red candles open from the top and they close at the bottom. The green candles open at the bottom and close at the top. So this candle's price moved in this direction. It opened here, pushed up slightly, but then eventually sellers took control, pushed it all the way down to this support level where sellers could no longer force it lower at that time. And buyers ended up taking control and pushing it up to where it is right now. So it is a red candle, but that gives us the indication that we hammered at the bottom. It's likely buyers, these next candles that come in, buyers are likely going to be bullish and continue to, likely have the momentum begin to change. So that's one thing we want to pay attention to as well. So right now, as far as on a day chart, this does look like a good entry point for this project if it's legit. Now remember, that's all we looked at so far. We haven't checked out the website, we haven't checked out the socials, we haven't checked out the contract, we haven't seen who the team is, we haven't looked at the Telegram, we haven't even checked out the liquidity and market cap yet. I'm just showing y'all some chart analysis of things to look for. So right now, liquidity on this one, 81,000, 24-hour volume, 24,000. For a project that's out this long, I would like to see a little more volume in it. But, it can sometimes be those slow creeper projects that, they kind of taper off. And then out of nowhere, just like the Dog One project, it went flat for a month and then went up 9,000%. So, you got to just be aware. But let's see. Right now it says 2,200 holders. So let's grab the contract. Let's take it over to Token Sniffer. So we're going to drop the contract in there, pull it up, BNB Lion. Let's see what Token Sniffer has to say. So salute to everybody in the chat. Make sure y'all hit that like button if y'all are rocking with us. Shout out to Elo. He said, what about Esco? It now has a casino. Esco, that's another one we rocking with. I'll pull that one up as well. Just remind me if I don't get to it after Apes Go Bananas. Let's see. Shout out to Win. Said, looks like how Simpson came and went too. Yeah, a lot of these projects, they come and go. That's why you want to secure some of that profit. Don't be crazy and think every project is just going to last forever, because it's not. But let's see. Unreleased said, I believe in BNB Lion, just don't know when it will fly. What do you like about BNB Lion? What gives you strong confidence in it? Because it's a difference from saying, it's just a risky play for me versus I actually believe in it. Because you might be able to shed some light on us that's, a part of the stream right now, and, tell us something we don't know about the project that could possibly give us more confidence to, want to get into it. So shout out to Unreleased Sounds. Essence says, I appreciate you sharing this technical knowledge. DD, salute Essence, you're welcome. The Ukbot says, what about Augie Unu? I'm not sure about that one. I haven't heard of that one, but let's check out BNB Lion real quick. I'm gonna try to check out that Augie Unu one for you too, because I haven't heard of that one. We really want to, when these new coins are coming out, it can be a task searching through so many different projects, doing this over and over and over, but that's the part of due diligence doing your due diligence that pays off. That's why, you see some people, be able to, make 100x gains. It's because they do the due diligence, they do the research, they take the time in the gym searching for these coins, running the contracts, checking the communities, joining the telegrams, trying to ask questions, checking the socials, all that. You want to, look at everything. So BNB Lion right now has a 40 out of 100. It says the swap analysis says token is sellable. It's not a honeypot at this time. The buy fee less than 5%. It's not. It's 10%. But we know on BNB plays usually that percentage is a little higher. Right now with the Ethereum plays, we're in a trend of seeing zero tax tokens, but BNB tokens usually do have some type of tax attached to them. So you can avoid this one and look for projects like I believe BNB Tiger maybe, or if not BNB Tiger, the buyout version of BNB side is a zero tax. So, you can look at projects like that. There's other BNB plays that do have zero tax if you don't want to pay that tax when you're buying. So sale fee tax is 10%. That's a red flag for Token Sniffer. Now, I'm not saying you can't buy it because it has these red flags, but you want to just be aware, and that should also affect your confidence level. So contract analysis looks good. Verified contract source. Ownership renounced or source does not contain an owner contract, meaning that the owner can't just switch up things and change the tax, whenever he wants to, or, try to mint new coins or something. So creator not authorized for special permission. So he can't just do anything he wants with it, like later on, even though the contract is renounced, still being able to have a mint function hidden in there somewhere. Holder analysis, tokens burn, 57.19% circulating supply. Creator wallet contains less than 5% of the circulating supply, so 0% right there. You want to watch out for the ones that are holding a large supply right there, 99.9%, 100%, something like that. That means they could easily dump all the tokens on the chart and just take all the liquidity out the project. So also All other holders possess less than 5% of the circulating supply. So this is a red flag here. It looks like some wallets or wallets do hold more than that safe 5% level. And the reason why we want it to be 5% or less is because the more they hold over that 5%, the easier it is for them to affect the chart. And you don't want to have a whale who has, 20% of the tokens just dumping on you, because then, the price will never be able to move up really. So liquidity analysis, adequate current liquidity, 130 BNB, adequate initial liquidity. So they don't like the amount that it was started with, meaning that usually when projects start off with low liquidity, it's sometimes a project that's not being taken too serious, or it could be a project that, is easy to rug, because especially if they didn't lock that liquidity. So it could be easy to rug because they only put, 1 BNB in there. So it only costed them about $300 to get the liquidity going, and then being able to build a large project off of that. If they want to rug it, they're more likely to do that with the lower amount. Now, it doesn't always mean that's the case, because I have seen projects start with low liquidity like this and be successful, or at least for a short term. So keep that in mind. But at least 95% of liquidity burn locked for at least 15 days, 100%. So of that liquidity is locked for at least 15 days. We see 43.5% burned, and 52.3% is locked in Madra or merger locker until April 15, 2024. So they basically locked it for a little under a year. So we know that they can't just dump the rest of these tokens on everybody and take the liquidity and run from the project. So right now what we want to do is check BSC scan to see who is holding more than 5% of the supply, and see if we can kind of determine why. Okay, so let's grab this contract. Okay, so looking at the BSC scan, we can see the amount of holders. We can see a few different things about the project. Let me put it here so y'all can see it also. Okay, so now we're looking at the contract for the BNB line. We can see a token supply. We can see the amount of holders, 2,311 addresses. We can see how many transfers, 29,842. I like to see a lot of transactions as well, because that means people are actively trading it. It means it has some, that means it had volume to it. Right now that volume looks a little low, but we're going to take but we've seen the volume was like what, around 24,000 in the last 24 hours. So now we can see which contracts are holding more than they said that 5%. So we can see here only one wallet is holding more than that 5%. This is why you want to do your due diligence, because sometimes you can get scared away from a project if you only look at the token sniffer and you don't come check out the BSC scan or the Ether scan yourself. So we see one wallet holding higher than 5%, which is, if we take a look right here, you can see it's the dead wallet. It says 0x0x0000 DEAD. That is like that's the dead wallet for basically all of crypto. Any cryptocurrency project or meme coin or something that wants to renounce their contracts or tokens, they send it to this dead wallet right here. There's a few other ones as well that they can use, but this is probably like the most popular one. So we can see they sent 57% over to that dead wallet, basically essentially taking it out of circulation. So next highest holder is holding 4%, which is under that 5%. Yes, that's a large amount, but that's only 1, 2, 3, 4 people holding more than 2% of the supply. So these could be, early investors, team members. It could be certain team wallets that they're using, possibly for airdrops, whatever the case may be. But then you can take this contract address, reach out to the team, and ask them, what is this? We see one wallet. Let's say if this wallet was holding 9%. We can say, hey, the project looks good. We like how everything is looking so far, but I noticed this wallet here is holding 9%. Can you tell me what this wallet is if you know? And if they do know, they'll tell you. Like if it's like a legit project and they're not trying to hide anything, they can just say, hey, this is our it could be a whatever exchange wallet for future listings. It could be whatever. It could be a marketing wallet. It could be just want to find out what it is and what they're doing with it. So and like this one is 4%, so we don't have to worry about that with this one. It can't affect the price too heavily because it's not holding more than 5% of the supply. Yes, somebody holding 4% can affect the price, but not as heavy as somebody holding 9, 10, 15, 20% of the supply. So that checks out. That looks good there. Let's go back over to Dex Tools. So far, this one looks cool. I wish it was a lot earlier. Let's take a look. I wish we would have seen this one, obviously, on the first day or so, or sometime within that first week. Even in the second or, second and a half, third week, we got a chance where it pulled back and it started to, move again before pulling back and going up into the range of seeing now. But it does appear to be making, except for right here, we had it making higher lows, but sometimes it can retrace to a key support level, which right here at that mid Bollinger Band is a key support level. So I'm slightly bullish on this one. The volume does appear to be picking up right here. We could, we've seen the volume taper off now, it can start to picking up and eventually push the price up even further. So this is one that we're going to add to the watch list. I don't know. I might grab some of this one a little later after the stream. But let's see what else we got here. Shout out to PD. Shout out to Juicy Giraffe said, what about Sponge Coin? We can try to check out Sponge Coin as well. Shout out to Space Chick Crypto, said great live. Appreciate you pulling up on us. Shout out to Unreleased Sound, said, do you think that it's too late to get into BNB Tiger? Not exactly sure. I think that might have been before I did my, did we do analysis on that one? I'm gonna spin back around on BNB Tiger, but I want to get through some of these comments. Shout out to Curtis. He said, wish you could list Blaze token. I'm trying to check that one out as well. Shout out to Jay Smooth pulling up. Again, shout out to PD Pure for that $10 super chat. Appreciate that, bro. Essence, shout out to you. She said, I believe that copycat Bobo made things confusing and the momentum is down, but who knows, it may pick back up. It's a possibility, especially if they can regain the community support and they rally back around it, and some, a whale investor might step in and give it hope again. Shout out to Marco Diamantini, said, hey, December, what do you think about Elmo ERC token? We can try to check that one out too. Unreleased Sound said, like the stream, appreciate you pulling up. Seamus holding up the stream, appreciate you pulling up. Shout out to everybody voting. Drop them lightning bolts if you vote, Army. Also, shout out to Marco for the $5 super chat. Appreciate that, bro. He said, hey, December, bro, can you check out Elmo and what do you think about the chart? Okay, bro, I got you. We're going to check that one out. Crypto Hound said, like and subscribe, everybody. Salute, man. Make sure y'all definitely hit that subscribe button if you haven't joined the fam. We're going over a lot of early plays like this that you might have never heard of. So let's get into it. Salute to Samuel Sloth. Appreciate you pulling up. Said DD the man, one of the first to put me on vote. Salute. Appreciate you rocking with me, bro. Glad I could put you on. Unreleased Sound said, listing top 10 centralized exchanges: Lion Swap, Lion DApp, Lion Staking, Feature, Lion Shops, Lion Payment System, Lion Game, Play to Earn, Lion Centralized Exchange, Phase 4, white paper. Okay, looks like they do have, the future in mind in this project. PD Pure said, Essence, hello, Crypto Mom. GS says, AI Doge XLM on Mexi, meme coin on the Stellar blockchain. Any thoughts? I haven't checked that one out. I usually, stick with the Ethereum BNB ones, usually because, we hopping in and out of them. But, if that one comes across, the radar, if you think it's something, super bullish on it, we could check that one out. Essence said, hello, PD. Shaman said, gotta love when they jack the sale tax to 100%. Yeah, that's what happens when they don't renounce the contract. If the owner still holds, if he can still change things up, at any moment, he can switch the contract sale tax right to 100%. And then anytime you try to sell, your whole bag is gone. So Elo said, don't forget about Esco. I'm going to check that one out too, bro. I'm going to try to get to all these ones y'all recommended. Unreleased Sound said, thanks for the impeccable analysis. Salute. Appreciate you, man. I gotta put y'all on with that knowledge y'all can use, man. Michi said, what's good, D? Salute. Appreciate you pulling up, bro. Checking out the markets right now, trying to find that next one. Zoe Ross says, Esco coin. Let's go. Okay, let me try to check out a couple other ones that we got on the list here? Let's see. I know it was one early. I wanted to check out that ERG, but I couldn't find that one. Let's check out AGB, Apes Go Bananas. Shout out to PD on the super chat. Okay, so this one right now, down 27%. This is actually one that I wanted to drop a video on yesterday, but I didn't get around to it. This is why y'all got to be inside all my private communities, all my Discords, Telegrams, Facebook community, because some of these plays that don't make it to the actual YouTube channel, we do talk about inside the communities. So right now, AGB, I am bullish on this one. I like it was from the community of, it was from, actually, did I drop? No, I don't think I dropped a video on this one. But this is from community members of the Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT collection and another very popular NFT collection. So I'm not sure how many community members came together, created, or if it was just one person from each community and created. But, you know, it got a lot of hype around it. A lot of people were excited about it. And we seen it, you know, it fairly pumped. And we see right now it's been around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's about the 12th or 13th day for this project. We seen it pump. We seen it go up about, let's see, from this launch right here to, we won't even count the wicks, just the real body. That's about, that's about 3,200%, give or take. Maybe a little less, about 3,000% though. So that's about a 30x from the launch price to where, you know, it began to really pull back. So this is why, you know, I tell you, don't always just wait for 100x. If you see a 20x, you might want to secure some profit just in case it begins to pull back. Yes, it could pull back and go higher. And then if you did decide to sell some, you'll have less profit if it did go higher. But you also took some of that risk off the table. It's about risk management as well. You only want to trade meme coins with a certain percentage of your portfolio. You don't want to just take everything you have and just be trading meme coins with it. Now, some people will do that because, you know, it's just straight DJing style. Some people, you know, they understand that risk and that's what they want to do. But I recommend, you know, to use a certain percentage and be wise with it. But pull back right now. Let's look at some of the indicators. Let's pull up our Bollinger Bands. So it's still too early on the day chart, on the day time frame to get the Bollinger Band. So when you do that, when you try to check the Bollinger Bands and it's on the day chart and it won't form yet, that just means you have to drop down to a lower time frame. So usually when I do that, I like to go to around the 4-hour time frame. So let's see. So here we go. We got the 4-hour time frame. Take a look right here. Remember how I told y'all about it pulling back, finding support along the middle Bollinger Band? That's exactly what we seen happen right here again. Of course, it did dip a little further, but buyers stepped in at this area. Now, this doesn't even mean that it's going to continue to go up from this area just because it has support right there. But what it means is from a technical standpoint, this is a good entry. So people who are watching the technicals, they're not knowing if it's going to continue to go, but they know that because it pulled back along this mid Bollinger Band, that it may be a good entry at this point. Now, of course, there's other indicators you could use to pair on top of that for confirmation is what we call it. But that's what we see happening right here for the most part. Now, some people also just bought in because they seen other people buying, but the people who bought in earliest at this point is because this is along a key support level. And obviously, meme coins can explode, they can go crazy, but they still respect technicals to a certain extent. Of course, it can, you know, explode and do, you know, whatever it wants. But at the same time, we can understand that. Remember how I told you about the upper Bollinger Bands? As the price starts to trade up into this upper Bollinger Band here, we start to see that selling pressure kick in. It starts to sell off. And now once it's sold off, it starts to trade and wait till it goes down to find support along that mid Bollinger Band before we see a lot of confidence come back in. Look at this area. No confidence here, just more panic and, you know, people selling and pushing down until we hit a key support level where confidence steps back in. So I like AGB at this level. You know, if you're buying it at this level, I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't say that you were chasing at all because it did pull back along a key support level. Yes, it could go down further. We could look even at the 1 hour, you know, and see, you know, what's going on here. So at the 1 hour, it went close to that lower Bollinger Band before buyers stepped in and pushed it up to this level. So on the 1 hour, we can see we drop in a lower time frame, we can see the mid Bollinger Band is now used as a resistance point. Remember when the price was trading from this level coming down, the mid Bollinger Band was used as a support level. But because now the price traded down here and it's moving up towards this mid Bollinger Band, now this is a resistance point. So we know that if we bought the dip at this area when the price is trading on the lower Bollinger Band, we know that if we bought the dip here and once the price gets up here, some people maybe if it's going to continue in a downtrend, some people are going to be likely to sell to create the selling pressure right here. So we would start to sell right here or a little bit before that, anticipating that the rest of the people are going to start to sell, and then watch the price continue to move down even further. So that's how you would do it if it's trading in between this range right here and you want to get in and get out quickly. But let's see what else we got. So I like AGB at this level. You want to still go check out the contract. You want to, like, we can look at the contract real quick on Etherscan. We can see the holders, 1,700 holders, 9,649 transactions. We could see one wallet does hold 5%, but it is the top wallet. So most likely that's some type of team wallet reserved for some type of purposes. Could be a future exchange listings. We don't know exactly, but you can ask the team. Or it could just be a top, somebody that got in earliest, one of the team members. It could be. But we also have second largest holder with 3.3% of the supply right here. And this looks like it could be, you know, possibly another team wallet, or maybe, you know, somebody who bought in early, the creator. And then we got the third largest holder, which is Uniswap, holding 2.8% of the supply, which is what we want to see exchanges holding the supply, because we know that, you know, this is allowing people to be able to buy it. So if these exchanges are holding a large amount of the supply, that's fine. We don't really mind that, but we don't want to just see individual wallets, individual retail investors, or, you know, whoever's trading it holding a large amount, because they could end up dumping on us. So, oh, my bad, y'all couldn't even see this right here. I forget sometimes when you're on StreamYard and you switch tabs, sometimes it opens up a new tab and not the same tab that you're in. So this is what we were just looking at right here. We're looking at the Etherscan. We can see the top holder right here, 5%. We can see this is it's not a Uniswap, it's not an exchange, it's not a contract. So we know this is like either a team wallet because it's so early. If it was like a wallet holding 5% and it was like in 6th, 7th place, then that could have just been somebody who from the community or the team who bought a large percentage. But usually when it's the top wallet like that, it's a team wallet reserved for something if the team is legit. So we can see second wallet 3.3%. That looks like possibly another team wallet, or just a random holder, somebody that got in very early. Also here, third place, we see Uniswap, fourth place, Bitmart, holding both about 2.4, 2.8% each. And then we see it started to drop less than 2%. So outside of those first few addresses, only 2 people hold more than 2% of the supply. So that's cool. It's still, you know, fairly a lot, you know, but it's not where it's going to affect anything in a negative way. Okay, so we got to swap out. My bad, y'all. We got to swap out batteries. So hopefully y'all can still hear me as I switch this battery out, because it shouldn't have anything to do with the mic. But we're going to pull up these next ones. Let's see if we get video back. Okay, we got video back. My bad, y'all. Battery died on me. But let's see what else we got. We checked out BNB Lion, Bobo. Make sure y'all hit that like button if y'all rocking with the stream, if y'all appreciate this type of information. Shout out to Vinny T pulling up on us. Okay, let's check out. So that was ABG. Let's check out Sponge real quick. That one is on my watch list. This is one we called a while back. We seen about maybe a 10x at least on Sponge. But this is why I recommend, you know, you get in these projects, get your profit. And not just saying you got to get out, but you understand that it's risky. So Sponge created 24 days ago, liquidity 6.1 million, 205,000 in volume in the last 24 hours. Take a look at the chart. You can see it's down from where it was significantly, but it does appear to be picking up. In the last, what we on, 1 hour chart, last couple hours it started to pick up. It's up 5% right now in the last 24 hours. In the last 6 hours, it's up about 6%. So it's not really moving right now because we only got one buy in the last 5 minutes, 7 buys and 5 sales in the last 1 hour. So the volume isn't really there. It's not enough people interested in it right now. So I don't think this one is really going to, at this point right here, what we're seeing, just, revive. It's going to take more than that. Last 6 hours, 40 buys, 21 sales. Last 24 hours, 85 buys, 97 sales. So more sales than buying taking place. Now, it could be bigger buys than sales happening, which would balance it out or make it, lean in favor of the buys. But, you just want to keep that in mind. That's not a ton of trading. That's not a ton of transactions, really. It's only 182 transactions. We like to see a project that's heavily traded. I like to see minute-on-minute transactions because that means people are excited about it. So let's sponge. Let's see what else we got. Let's see, Agi Unu. Okay, so this one created a month ago. It looks like it's a BNB play. Liquidity 326,000, 42,000 in volume in the last 24 hours. So 217,000 volume in the last 1 hour. In the last 6 hours, 5,000 in volume. Last 24 hours, 42,000 in volume. So the volume isn't as, high on this one either. This one, it looks like it's been out for, go to the day chart so we can just see easier. At least about a month, it looks like. So let's see. So this one dropped April 2nd. So this one, almost been out 2 months. So it did, it is holding a higher floor or higher, level than where it started off at. But without knowing more about this project, it doesn't appear too exciting to me right now. But I will add it to my watch list in case it does start to move or pick up in volume. I can, keep an eye on it. And then, if it crosses, let's say if it crosses above this mid Bollinger Band and it retests it as a support and it continues from there, then that might be a bullish sign for entry that is likely going to move towards the upper Bollinger Band. So I might want to take a position there once I see it, revive a little bit, break above here and retest it as a support, and then wait for that confirmation for it to continue, and then probably grab some right there. Now, if you want to just be risky, of course, you can just grab some right here at this level because it will be a lot lower than if you waited for that confirmation. But we don't want to also buy into dying projects as well. So not saying this one is dying because I don't know it. I didn't do any due diligence besides looking at the chart. But, that's what you want to think about. And it's for it to have 32,800 holders, but only 535 transactions in the last 24 hours. It tells me people aren't too excited about it. So, but it is on my watch list, so we'll keep an eye on it. So we got a bunch. So let's see, Blaze token. I think this one was BLZ. I seen the ticker around. So 1 month ago, this is a project that is supporting, I believe, Shiba Inu, trying to burn some of that circulating supply. So we could check them out. The chart, it's okay. It doesn't look too bad. It's looking cool right now. I don't like where it's set right now to get an entry right here because it's showing a lot of confidence that it wants to move to the downside right here. But let's look at the volume. About 62,000 in volume in the last 24 hours, down 12%. 85 transactions in the last 24 hours. 26 transactions in the last 6 hours. That's not a lot of transactions. $7,000 in volume in the last 6 hours. It's kind of saying people aren't too excited about it. If we look in the last hour, it basically says no transactions, basically. So, this one isn't too, hyped up right now. They did try to, get that initial support, from the Shiba Inu community, and it did pump, but look, it's pulling back right now, and it's going to be hard for it to recover if it doesn't really have, something else to bring to the table, or some people don't get ambitious about it and, start putting money into it. So right now, market cap 9 million. Still early though. Still very early on this project. It's just, you got to give it time to either, pull back to a better support level if you want. Like, look at this area right here. You can see some support right here from these candles, or you could just wait for that mid Bollinger or lower Bollinger Band, which aligns with this low point right here, where we see, which looks like a better support area, which we've seen the wicks of the candles come down to the same level here. And we also see the lower Bollinger Band at that same level as well. So it looks like it wants to possibly start to make its way down. Also, we see the selling volume picking up. So this one I'll add to the watch list as well. Let's see. Okay, shout out to Marco Dalmatini for that super chat. Appreciate that, bro. He said, can you check out the Elmo? This is one I've seen pop up a few times, but with so many Sesame Street coins, so many, different coins in that realm that, it's hard to know which one is going to actually be that one. But let's check it out. So this one appears to be around for about 28 days, it said. It started May 2nd. The chart on this one actually does look really good. I like it right now. It is trading up towards that upper Bollinger Band, which we're seeing some of that resistance and that selling pressure start to kick in. So, I wouldn't want to buy right at that point. I would like to either it break this resistance point here and retest it and trade above this level, or I'm gonna wait to a further pullback. But let's go to a lower time frame so we can just see it a little clearer. So we are on the 4-hour right now. So we're looking forward to violate this trend line here and trade above it. We see we got a false breakout to the upside, but the price did not hold above that trend line like we wanted to. It's starting to trade underneath it. So that's telling us that it could possibly pull back to that mid Bollinger Band. So that's what, we would like to kind of, try to wait for. That's what I would do. And if we align where the mid Bollinger Band is here, we can look back and see that it matches up perfectly with two previous resistance points. And what do previous resistance points become? Future or new supports. So it looks like it's, making sense right there. That's, kind of how we try to have the psychology about it. Like, okay, here was some previous resistance area where the price was having a hard time breaking out of. It did it twice and then eventually broke out, made a new resistance point. It did it again here, but now it's time to retrace. You've seen it pull back. It retraced all the way to this level before going back up here. So retracement is not all the time necessarily bad. Sometimes it can be good. So it also gives you an opportunity to get in lower. And let's say you're somebody who bought in, but you wanted to buy more because you like how the project is. That retracement gives you the opportunity to be able to scoop up some more. So this one, though, I do like how this one is looking. If we take a look at the 24-hour volume, 174,000, 249 transactions, 206 buys with only 43 sales. So that means people are more bullish on it than they are bearish. So they wanted to see it. They believe in it more than they don't believe in it. That's what we want to see. So this project is looking good so far. 2,300 holders. We could also go take a look and run the contract through Etherscan and see what, or not Etherscan, but through Token Sniffer and see what Token Sniffer has to say. If it's a, if the ownership is not renounced, if it's just a honeypot, we can find that out. So, okay, that's not the correct one. Let's see. Okay, so this one has a 90 out of 100 score. So this one looks good. It has one red flag right here where it says sale fee. Is it less than 5%? No, the sale fee is actually at 10%. But some projects have taxes right now. Obviously, we're in that zero tax craze right now, but some tokens will have a tax attached to it. Now, obviously, if you don't want to pay any tax on top of the Ethereum gas fees, then this will be a token that you avoid. But if you don't mind that initial tax, then that's fine. So let's go back over to the DEX tools. All the other things check out on the contract. You still want to be aware, sometimes Token Sniffer can be a little janky and not report things all the way accurately. So keep that in mind. But this one is going on the watch list. It's up 5% at the moment. So yeah, we're gonna keep an eye on this one. Let's see what else we got next. Again, shout out to you. Appreciate that super chat. Make sure y'all like and sub on the channel also. And if you see one of these projects that I'm talking about, you feel free to drop in the chat and let me know what you like about the project. You might be able to add something that somebody watching, didn't know, and it could give them, confidence in the project. Okay. Elo said, don't forget about Esco. Let's check out Esco. So Esco right now, this is a project we talked about on the channel. It's down, volume 218,000 in volume in the last 24 hours. Volume, it's a fair amount of volume, but right now it just looks like this project isn't picking up. We see 118 buys, 109 sales. So it's basically kind of, it is pulling back slightly. It's down 10%, but in this last range that we've been seeing, like since May 26, has been basically trading sideways, basically consolidating in this range. Usually when we see consolidation happening, we see a breakout to either the upside or the downside. Right now, it looks like this one is going to the downside, but it doesn't really want to, push further. The team might be, ramping up efforts right now to, try to prevent it from dropping lower, to keep it, because if it violates this level here, if it takes out this level, then it's likely to, come back all the way to where it started at. So, they might be trying to, hold the floor right here, or community members might be, trying to support it up. But this one, it looks like it's tapering off right now. Of course, it could pick up again. Just as like we talked about the dog one token, it was flat for 30 days and then magically blew up 9,000% in one day. So keep that in mind as well. So this is why when these coins like this pump, you take that initial profit and, you secure that principal investment. So that way, if it does pull back and it never pumps again, you already took, a little profit out and you got your original investment out. So keep that in mind. But Esco, this is one we did a full review on the channel. So if you want the full review, you can check that video out. But this is one I'm still keeping on my watch list. I'm also still holding some Esco. So I can't say I'm too bullish on it. I do like the casino idea, but I'm not sure if the support is there right now. I was bullish on the overall idea of the project, but it looks like the support just isn't there for it right now. So shout out to Unreleased Sounds. Shout out to Michi. Shout out to Petey coming through with another $10 super chat. Appreciate that. He said, I got out of sponge. Remember, family, most DGen plays is to get in and get out. Shiba and Volt Nations and family get multiple bags. So he's letting you know when it's a bigger, more solid project that you have more confidence in, that's when you want to load up those bags. But these other plays, you want to hop right in and hop right out. But Petey said, I got AGB from Feg token. Okay. A member from Feg. Zora said Esco to the moon, buddy. Hopefully, I'm still holding some Esco. I wanted to keep going up. Need for Speed said buy Baby Pepe. We can check out Baby Pepe. Let's see. Baby Pepe right now, 175K in liquidity, up 37,000 in volume last 24 hours. 1 month ago, it was created, up 6%, 99 deck score. Also, we can see a BNB version was just created 10 days ago. So it's different versions, but you always want to check out, which one is the original and which one has the most support. Because sometimes the original cannot get it. Sometimes it could be a copycat that ends up getting more support than the original one if the community is confused on it and, they end up jumping into the wrong one. I've seen that happen before. So Baby Pepe right now, 175K liquidity, locked, 36,000 in volume. Volume not too high right now. I would like to see this project, somewhere in this range, up in this time before it actually, went to these levels. But it's a possibility that it can always return. We see right now a buy just came in for $4,393. So somebody's bullish. Somebody believes this coin is going to continue to go up, because just to put 4,000 right here, drop 2.2 ETH, that means they either know something or they feel that let's zoom in and take a closer look at these technicals. So it might be the chart pattern forming here that, sometimes people like, or they jump in. So I don't know exactly what made this person jump in right here, but he's bullish on it. It did have a nice flag pattern right there forming. So it did break outside of that flag. But right now we're seeing it possibly move up towards the 4-hour upper Bollinger Band, which it could see some selling pressure at that level and possibly continue to trade within this trend here. So we want to see it break out this upper Bollinger Band and break outside this trend and hold it and continue to trade, in the green. And if it, comes above this level right here, this is possibly where, the trend has possibly changed and it retests, it breaks outside of here. So we see it trade outside of here, break outside of here, come back, retest it. And then we like to see it keep going that way. And then in that area is where we like to go. Now you can wait, you can jump in right here. Once it crosses it, you can wait for the retest here, buy it on the retest of the support, or you can wait for more further confirmation for it to actually start closing green candles in that direction. So once it actually closes a green candle in that direction, that's when you can say, okay, I got confirmation. And then, jump in right there. But that's just my way of doing it. There's different ways to do it. Everybody can tell you something different, but that's just one way I like to look at these coins. But so that's baby Pepe. Let's check out the Ether scan. So we can see 4,155 wallets holding. We can see, let's see, 9.96% at Poloniex. That's an exchange, so that's good. Uniswap holding 7%. That's good. And then the next holder at number 3 only has 1.8% of the supply. So that's cool right there. You could also look through, try to see if you recognize any familiar wallets as top holders. That's another thing you want to do. So the moon baboon.eth, you could track his wallet, see if, if he has a lot of successful plays. If so, then this might be some confidence that you need to, say, okay, a successful person who's traded meme coins, he might have some alpha or he just, experience and he knows what to jump into. So you could use that. But you want to do more due diligence than that. I'm just, giving y'all an example. You want to go through more than one wallet. But and actually, y'all couldn't even see this right here. So let me copy this over. I keep forgetting that the tabs open up in new screens. So here's that what we were taking a look at. Poloniex 9.9%, Uniswap 7%, next top wallet at 1.8%. So that's cool right there. But then we still want to take the token address and run it through Token Sniffer to see what they have to say about it. So everything checks out. Got an 80 out of 100. Only thing we get a red flag on is all other holders possess less than 5%. And we just checked the Ether scan to see the contract ourselves to see that the person holding 9% is Poloniex, which is an exchange. So it's cool that they are holding that amount. So that's not a red flag in that area. But let's go back to Dex Tools. And remember, you still want to check the Twitters. You want to check the website. You want to check the white paper, the roadmap, tokenomics. You want to check all that out. So baby Pepe, it has, it has some potential. The contract looks good. It has over 4,000 holders. The community just has the ones to support it. But with these projects, usually, especially when it's a derivative of another project, like Pepe was the main coin that everybody's copying, baby Pepe usually doesn't last as strong as Pepe, or it doesn't reach the same heights that the original does. So you got to keep that in mind as well. Yes, it could end up pumping in the next 2-3 weeks. We can see it back, testing these resistance levels. But I'm just saying, for the most part, where the excitement is right now, it doesn't seem as here. But let's see, we got another project. Shout out to PD coming through again with another $10 super chat, man. Salute, bro. He said, family, if you are listening, this is why they say when in doubt, zoom out. So that's why, you want to change the time frames on the chart, which is what he's talking about. If the chart isn't making too much sense to you, if you can't recognize the pattern, or if it's not lining up with the indicators like you want it to, you can zoom in or zoom out to, see what's going on. But shout out to bro again for that one. We got Zora said Esco Moon. Hopefully. Shout out to Michi. He said when memes pump, sell, take profit and move on. And if it goes the other way, take a little loss and move on. It's not worth the mental capital. So basically saying don't stress yourself out when it comes to meme coins. If you get in and it goes up, get some profit. If you get in and it's going down, eventually cut your losses. Don't just stress yourself out about it. Just thinking it's gonna praying that it's gonna do something. Oh, shout out to Space Chick Crypto, just became a new channel member. Salute. Shout out to you. Appreciate that, supporting the channel. Also, shout out to all the rest of the channel members. If you aren't a channel member, you can click the join button down below. It's different from the subscription button. It's actually like supporting the channel in a monetary way, you know. So you get access to members only live streams, you know, different things like that. Also, if you're inside my private investment community waiting room, I definitely will get you in there a lot faster if you're one of the channel members. So just reach out to me via email. Let me know if you're in the Facebook private stock market game waiting room. We got over like probably 1,100 people waiting right now. But if you are a channel member, you get bumped up that list. So shout out to Joe said WikiCat is the one. Good project, bro. Please have a look. Okay, we about to check out WikiCat right now. So let me add Baby Pepe to the list as well. I'm gonna add all these ones y'all telling me about to the list. So WikiCat right now, which one is it? Because we see, okay, it must be this one. So it was created over a year ago though. So this one, you know, this one had a while to do, you know, what it was gonna do. Usually I don't like to just jump in projects that have been, you know, sitting for a year. I mean, now, especially when it comes to meme coins, I will invest in some, but my preference is to get in early on some of the new ones. So we can see this one has a $6.2 million market cap. Now, yes, that isn't that high. You know, it's up there as far as like some of these low cap ones, but, you know, in 100K market caps, but it does have upside. But at the same time, it might have lost a lot of momentum by this time. So that's one thing that, you know, I don't like with it being over a year. But it's not saying that the project isn't a good project or it won't go up one day. But let's check out the Etherscan. We can see 42,000 addresses holding it. We can see holders. We can see the dead wallet holding $3 million worth. We can see the next wallet holding 1.6%, 159,000 worth. Next wallet 1.3%. I keep forgetting this, y'all. My bad. Okay, here we go. So y'all can see what I'm saying. Okay, so top wallet, which is the dead wallet I told y'all about, see 0x000DEAD. That's how you know that's the dead wallet. They sent, you know, a large percentage, 33% of their supply to it, which is worth 3.3 million. Second holder 159,000. Next holder 133,000. Next holder 119. But you can see these are all only holding 1% of the supply. So these, you know, it is it's decent. You know, it does have some nice positions in this project. Even in one, let's see, even if you're the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So the top 25 wallets have 30 plus, you know, thousand in them. So, you know, and they're holding it. That's a good sign as well, you know, that they didn't just want to cash this out. Now, of course, they will face some liquidity issues if everybody tried to cash out at once. But, you know, it's still good to see that they're holding. But like I said, we like those newer projects a little bit more. So right here, we can see this one only. So the total liquidity in this pool right here is only 231K right here. Volume in the last 24 hours, 38,000. I'm not sure if they have any other pools, but there's not that that much to be able to sell. If all these whales in the top start selling, it'll, you know, drain the liquidity and pull the price down even further. So you want to keep that in mind also. But let's see what else we got. Shout out to Essence. She said, "Welcome, Space Chick." PD said, "Congratulations, Space Chick. You're a star." PD said, "Space Chick, how are you, Miss Lady?" Celebrating. Shout out to Space Chick. I'm assuming she meant this man is so damn smart. I think that's what that means. I could just be bullish on myself. But PD said Blaze is a long-term hold. Marxist said Marycoin. Okay, let's check out Marycoin. So it looks like it launched 6 days ago. 67K in liquidity, 410,000 in oil. Yeah, 410,000 in volume in the last 24 hours. We're gonna add this to the list as well. You know, because you never know which one is which. So this one did have a nice retracement here. I do like this pullback we're seeing. I don't like it pull back further than the mid Bollinger Band, because sometimes if it pulls back too far, then the project can lose steam basically. But 759 holders, 6 days old. not too bad. It's down 69% today. So, we want to figure out why did so many people, why was so much selling taking place today? Did people give up on the project? Did the team sell out? We got to figure out, what's happening right there. But we do see it's kind of pulling back around. Not necessarily previous resistance points. It tried to, but it went down a little too far. And also, if we take a look at this candle, this is a lot of confidence in these candles to the downside. Notice how these candles are small. These are indecisive candles. When the candles get bigger like this, that means they're confident moving in that direction of the color of the candle. So big green candles, most likely the price wants to continue to go up. Big red candles, most likely the price wants to continue to go down. Small green candles, small red candles going side by side, most likely it wants to stay in that range, or it's unsure, which is an agreement with where the price is, but it's unsure of where it should go to next. It's waiting on some type of catalyst, some type of information. So let's check out the Ether scan. $6,000 transfers, 719 holders. We can see Uniswap V2 marry 9% of the supply. We can see next holder has 4.5% of the supply. So that checks out as far as nobody holding more than 5%. Then we can run it through token sniffer to also see, if there's anything else we should be warned about. Okay, let's see. So through the token sniffer. Got Mary coin popping up. Let's see what score it gets. Okay, so this one has a 100 out of 100. So that's usually a really good sign. Now, sometimes I've seen projects that do have 100 out of 100 and something jank still ends up happening. So keep that in mind. But for the most part, it checks out good. That's what we want to see. So let's go back over to Dex tools. Put that back in there. So the contract looks good. It could have just been a lot of selling taking place for whatever reason. And with this, you might want to check the Twitter. So let's check the Twitter real quick and see what's going on over there. So we can see if it's some major news that happened, if something took place, if the team is not updating anymore. So, okay, so we can see 515 followers. So pinned post from May 27th, last post from May 25th. Patience is not simply the ability to wait, but the ability to keep a positive attitude while waiting. So I like the quotes they coming with, but one post per day, I don't really like that. We seen on the 23rd, they got about 2 posts, but really 1 post per day. And then we didn't see from the 25th to the 26th, we didn't see a post. And then we got 1 pinned post on the 27th, but not a post today so far. So I like active communities on Twitter. When the team is constantly updating, we can check some of the comments, see what the community members are saying. May 27th, this was yesterday. It was up, looks like probably 190%. So that could be another reason too why it pulled back so far if it was up 190% yesterday. But sometimes I've seen Dex tool not accurately report this number. So only 4% supply has left a Uniswap position. That means people are accumulating it and not selling it. For it to be H, this will run so hard. So when they'll say, I can't afford any Mary coin due to all these rugs, but I love the Holy Mother. Great idea. Blessings to you all. So, this does add a religious aspect to it where some people might just, be bullish on the religion and, want to buy some. Some might understand that others are bullish on the religion and want to buy some because they know that others will buy because of that. And there's some people that might just buy it because they like the project itself, or just because it's a new meme coin that has potential. There's a lot of different reasons, but we can see someone says one of the top memes will be Mary, bought some, good news ahead. Nice. Hey, can you DM me? Mary. So not too much are we able to get from, the community on the comment section side, but this is why you also want to join the Telegram. So you join the Telegram, see what else they're talking about inside of there, ask questions and, whatnot to get more information. So that's the Mary coin right there. Guess we can follow them since it's on the watch list. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. Marx has said, yo, Mary, the mother of Jesus, almost also bone under $1 is a sick play. Definitely, if you believe in the SHIB ecosystem, bone under the $1 mark, because upon the release of Shibirum, it could be close to $3-5. At first, I was bullish on it to the point where I said I wouldn't be surprised if it was $10, but we seen it, try to get close to that $5 level. Well, PD said, Space Chick, that's why I asked you to do another live video. Crypto Shady, friend of Yahweh, says, hey, what's happening in December? Been rocking with you since 21. What a journey we have all had. Salute, man. Appreciate you rocking with me, Crypto Shady. You definitely one of the OGs to the channel. Marx has said, Mary Coin contract renounced, liquidity burned, and 0% buy and sell tax. I like that. Unreleased Sound said, oh, crypto, that's the I don't like. Chief DeMarco. Space Chick said, PD definitely. Marx says it's retracing because it reached 1.7 million. Okay, that's cool. He said it's early. I got in at 100K. So yeah, you sitting up nicely. You sitting up nicely if it's at 1.7 and you got in at that 100K mark. You should have let me know when you got in at 100K, bro. Marx said token is 100 of 100. I checked. He said told you. He said this one is a 20 million market cap minimum. What makes you think it's going up to a 20 million? What got you so bullish on it? What's some information that we don't know about it that you could share with us that, would give us that level of confidence? Marcus said, I agree. They need more posts. He said, and they have a typo on the website. Okay. Yeah. That's another thing y'all want to remember. You got to check the websites out as well. Marcus said, BTC, Bone, Refund, and Mary. We got Refund on the watch list as well. He said, keep this one on your channel. I'll do a review of this live cast. Space Chick said, Refund is having a dip right now. Yeah, Refund, RFD. Let's see where that one at. Okay, RFD down 26% right now. Nice pullback. 6 million in volume last 24 hours. $54 million market cap. I do like this pullback. Just jumping and seeing it right now. It did pull back a little bit further than I would have liked, but it is decent pullback, and it is along the lower Bollinger Band on the 4-hour chart. So that is a bullish sign right there. We also, remember, you don't just use just the Bollinger Bands. You compare it with other indicators, the MACD, the moving average convergence, divergence, also the RSI, which is the relative strength index, which tells you, is it overbought? Is it oversold? Usually once it's overbought and overbought territory, we start to see it sell off as well. When it's in oversold territory, meaning it's undervalued, people will start to scoop it up, and we see the price, buyers start to enter and the price start to rise. So RFD 98 out of 99 Dex tool score. I'm still bullish on this one. This one is on the watch list. Unreleased Sound says, is it better to wait for BNB Tiger retracement before jumping in? That all depends on preference. It's other indicators you want to use as well, to pair it to let you determine, is it going to pull back even further versus, just saying where it's at right now. Let's pull it up real quick. Let's see, BNB Tiger. So, see, this is the thing. There was a BNB Tiger created. BNB Tiger Inu created 1 year ago. It's up 44% in the last 24 hours, 729K in liquidity, $97,000 in volume in the last 24 hours. Then it's another one that was just created 2 months ago, 218K in liquidity with 28,000 in volume in the last 24 hours. Both of them have a 99 out of 99 Dex score. So one is baby BNB Tiger. So you want to also look at the small name underneath the ticker name. So you see BNB Tiger, but then it sometimes has another name underneath it. So one is BNB Tiger Inu, baby BNB Tiger, BNB Tiger Inu, BNB Tiger Inu. I'm not sure why that BNB, the regular BNB Tiger ain't showing. Sometimes Dex Tools doesn't report, like it doesn't reflect all the tokens that actually are BNB Tiger. Sometimes you might have to put a space in between it and try that. But sometimes I've seen Dex Tools not report the accurate one. So it looks like right now they're not showing us which one we want to see. We see one for it from a year ago, but that's BNB Tiger Inu. I don't think that's the right one. So let's see if that one trending right now. Nope. So yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe Baby BNB Tiger. I'm not sure which one you were referring to. Was it Baby BNB Tiger or is it just BNB Tiger? I did see a BNB Tiger earlier, but I'm having trouble pulling it up. Sometimes it's just like that. And when that happens, you can get around it by just typing it on Twitter, doing your due diligence to find out the correct Twitter page, which one people are tagging the most. And then you can see, once you go to the Twitter page, it'll have the contract address listed or the website with the contract address listed on there. So something like that. Like, for example, let's do that. So here's at BNB Tiger. This one is, so it says the page was created over a year ago. Let's type the ticker in and see what people are typing. So $BNB Tiger, so we can see what the top posts are. Also, we can see what the latest posts are. So no results right now for BNB Tiger. I don't see anybody really talking about this one. Let's try hashtag BNB Tiger. Also, that's another way you can return search results on it. Okay, we see 2 minutes ago BNB Tiger, 3 minutes ago BNB Tiger, 4 minutes ago BNB Tiger, 4 minutes ago. So you see there's something going on right now just in this last time frame. This is why you want to do your due diligence and continue to check around so you can get that correct one. So let's see what everybody's replying to. Falera, so somebody right here replying, just let's take a look. BNB Tiger Gem, large scale burn will take place June 1st, 2023. Join BNB Tiger now. Join, here's the contract address. So here we are, we were able to find the correct contract address. So you still want to do a little more due diligence. Make sure you got the correct website. You can copy the contract address. They also got the Dex Tools link right there. But let's just click the Dex Tools link. So that's how you find it when you can't find it. Notice we tried the $ticker, that didn't work. Then we have to switch over to the hashtag. And then usually you'll be able to get it after that. Okay, so this is BNB Tiger Inu, the one that was launched 1 year ago. Okay, so that is the correct one. So right now it is pumping up 44%. I do like that it's appearing to break outside of this resistance point right here. This is the first thing I'm noticing. It's breaking outside of there. That's usually a good sign. We want to see it retest and continue. Also, we want to see the volume pick up. We want to see volume candles coming in, getting bigger and bigger and bigger. 4-hour chart. Let's look at the day chart. Then we'll zoom in a little smaller if we need to. So we can see, it's just having a comeback from, where it was before. It's not, it's not technically, or it's not at its all-time high or anything like that, but it is coming out of the graveyard, basically. So since May 16th, it's basically been in the uptrend after it was trading sideways for a minute. So this does look very bullish. Take a look at this candle on the day chart. This is a very bullish candle. This green candle right here with this much confidence in it likely means that it's going to continue to blast through some of these levels right here. So this is definitely one we want to have on a watch list, but you want to check out the contract address. You want to look at the ether scan. You want to make sure it's not a rug pull, a honeypot, or try to get as close to knowing as you can. So we can see 56%. Let me switch this so y'all can see it. You're looking at the ether scan right now. 56% of the supply is in the dead wallet. So that's good. PancakeSwap has 2.8% of the supply, Bitmart 1% of the supply, and then the rest of the holders have less than 1% of the supply. So that's cool right there. That's what we want to see. Then we come over to Token Sniffer. So Token Sniffer not returning results. Sometimes it does that. Sometimes you got to refresh it to try it again. It might work later, but sometimes I see it not work at all. So keep that in mind. But we got BNB Tiger on the watch list, 43% up today, 729K in liquidity, 24-hour volume, 73,000. it does appear that it's continuing to push right now. This might be one we end up jumping in. I like the way it's looking right now. I wish it had a little more volume, but you know, it's still fairly early as far as see what that market cap is. It's not showing the market cap on this one. What is the market cap at on this one? If you know, drop it in the comment section. So let's see. Crypto Shady said, what do you think of the 100 quadrillion burn June 1st? What's your views of baby Doge December? So anytime a large burn is taking place, I'm bullish on that because it's removing tokens from the circulating supply. But you know, also it has to be more than that. It has to have community support. It has to have, you know, a solid development team behind it, because 100 quadrillion burn done by a shady development team doesn't mean anything, because they could just rug it anyway. So keep that in mind. But it looks like my camera tripping on me, y'all. I think that was the last battery I had. So we're gonna wrap this one up. But shout out to everybody for rocking with me. Let's just throw it on the screen, full screen. Space Chick said, yeah, Marxist spilled the tea. Unreleased Sound said, can you do analysis of BNB Tiger? We checked that one out. Miji said, I like Ben, to be honest. What do you think about Big Boy buying it? I was a little, you know, that was a little, like kind of the first time I seen influencer on his level, you know, take over a project like that. So that was a little different. I'm just kind of sitting back watching it. I do got some, you know, part of the party, you know, seeing what's going on. But you know, I'm just watching too, you know, see how that plays out. So Mark said, I've been rocking with December since 3K subs. Shout out to you, man. That's a long time. 3,000 subs, man. We like more than 10x from there. So appreciate you, man. Hopefully with us another 10x from here. So shout out to Unreleased Sounds. He dropped the contract address. I'm getting ready to wrap this one up. Marxist said that's a 10x. Spaceship said, I bet serial names are coming soon. Yeah, they using names of anything. That's a good point. You know, they using cartoons, movies, you know, anything right now. So Unreleased Sound said, just BNB Tiger contract ends 35 DC2D. Marxist said, December, we need to knock out a token ourselves. Hey, we got one coming real soon. Hopefully all y'all, you know, support our own community token, and we see what we can do with our own project. But stay tuned. We do have one coming. If you're not a part of my Telegram group, you might want to go join. It's called DJ in Department. If you're in the Facebook community, just drop a message for what's the Telegram link, and somebody will send it to you, or I'll get to you and send it to you. But yeah, stay tuned. Marxist says, I'm crypto Marxist. You're one of the fools that inspired me to make content. Thanks, bro. Salute, man. I'm glad I can inspire you, bro. And I'm glad you're dropping content now. We need more people sharing this information with as many people as possible, so that way we can push the crypto space further. So Marxist said, yo, Jesus was at 125 market cap before I left for a party. I'm at a party watching this. That's what's up, man. Tell everybody subscribe to the channel. Tell them I said salute. Super D'Angelo said, that's why I mostly stick to Cider Realty, but I'm gambling on memes every once in a while. Okay, shout out to Super D'Angelo. Unreleased Sound says, I don't see the market cap either. It doesn't show on CMC. Okay, usually sometimes when I see that happen, it'd be something janky in the background going on. So keep that in mind as well. But Cecilia, shout out to Cecilia. She found it for her. She said $5.7 million market cap. Appreciate that, Cecilia. Crypto Shady says, Shady is rocking with you, Holmes. Appreciate you. Shout out to Crypto Shady. Release Sound says, is it a good time to jump in BNB Tiger then, since there is confidence in pattern reversal? So I mean, not financial advice, but I wouldn't be mad at you if you jumped in, you know, at this point. Remember, I wanted it to retest that resistance point that we see right here, you know, to know that it's going to retest it and continue to go from there. But you could just pull the trigger a little early if you want to, you know, only with what you're willing to lose. Keep that in mind. And remember, it's not financial advice, educational, entertainment purposes only. So Marxist says, Mary might be our next 10K profit to 100K play. Don't sleep on this, as well as Pepe to 100 billion. And then Marxist says, that's the T. Salute, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. That's the end of the stream. Shout out to everybody coming through with the super chats. Who is that? Shout out to Space Chick becoming a channel member, PD with the super chats. And also Marco D for the super chat. Crypto Hound, appreciate that super chat. Shout out to y'all, man. Catch y'all on the next one. Make sure y'all tap in with me. Facebook, private stock market game. Twitter at DecemberDeMarco, Instagram at DecemberDeMarco. Everywhere, you know, y'all can find me. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. And also one more announcement. I got 3 of my bundle courses together now. 3 of my best-selling courses. You can now cop them. Email me, DecemberDeMarco@gmail.com. My stock options trading course, teaching you how to trade options in the stock market. Also, we got you know, for y'all that are, depending on where you're seeing this, you might be a course level member that catch this content. But if you're somebody that's catching this through one of the other links, we got the stock options trading course, technical analysis course, and the crypto one-on-one course, all 3 bundled together now. You can take advantage of that for the best price this channel has seen. All of these courses are fire, and it's actually me teaching you inside of the course what I actually do. So that's that. Also, this is the end of this segment, but I also want to mention for those that get special access to this video later on, that if you didn't know, you can get access to the meme coin course for right now available during pre-order. So this is just an early message for those that's catching it early. For those that catch this later on when the course actually drops, obviously some of y'all might be in already. But yeah, that's all we got for this video. Appreciate y'all for pulling up, and we are out.